like that and recovered. But he did what he did. He's back. Superman's back. So we'll see how his career continues. Let me ask you about Teofimo Lopez. How were you surprised that he handled Lomachenko the way that he did?
No, I bet on Tio.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because he's got the speed, he had the power, and Lomachenko was coming up too much for it. I mean, he didn't look great in his last outing. And fighting a guy that I know is coming way down in weight to get to that weight class was going to be difficult for him. But it was a really good fight. I mean, I think I had it like 7 rounds for Lopez. So, I mean, it wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't close in my mind either.
But what it definitely wasn't was a Lomachenko fight. I mean, whenever you tune in to watch a Lomachenko fight, you tuning in to watch something special, almost like a ballet. You're tuning in to watch the footwork, to watch the angles, to watch the punching, to watch the head movement, and we got none of that. He was on his back foot. He didn't have an answer for it. So for me, I'm a big Lomo fan. I've always been, and thinking about it in hindsight, I mean, age is catching up to him. He had a whole year off, and really that's no excuse because all the fighters have been off. But is it the end of Lomo? How many more fights does he have in him?
I think he just goes back down. I mean, he's old too. I mean, and he's made money, so I mean, he doesn't have to necessarily fight. But I don't think that weight division is the best for him. Just go back down, fight who you're going to fight. Look, we fought Rigondeaux. I mean, Rigondeaux is coming way up in weight. I mean, he's a 118 fighter fighting him at 126 or 130. Just go back down and start doing that stuff. I mean, clean up those divisions and fight those big names. And
what is he going to go down to? 130?
Yeah, go back down. Well, he's at 130. And go back down because he fought Tio at 130.
Was it 130 or 135?
I was pretty confident it was 130.
I thought it was 135. Yeah, because if he goes down to 130, who's he going to fight? Shakur? I think Shakur will do the same thing then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
but it's a good fight. It's a good fight for him.
That'd be a good fight for boxing, yeah. For both of them. I think it'd be a good fight for both of them. That'd be a good fight for boxing.
Yeah, I think that'd be probably his last big fight. I mean, go back down.
126?
Look, the more he can go down, the better for him. He's not a big guy.
No.
So I mean, he's got to fight people down there where he can do that movement and take the punches. I think that's why he lost to Tio's because he knew he couldn't take that punch. So that takes away a lot of your running around and juking this way and that way because if you catch that check hook coming in, it's going to be bad news for him. So I don't know. I mean, all these people. I mean, he's probably got 3-4 more big fights before he's done. Canelo's going to do 3 or 4 big ones. I mean, he's going to fight a lot, but he's just going to start fighting all these mandatories, I think, that nobody necessarily cares about. And he's going to have, like I said, 3 bigger names probably before he retires. So it's cool, guys. I'm excited about Shakur. I think he's going to clean up. That would be a great fight if he fought Lopez or any of those guys in that division.
I'm big on Shakur.
Evan Haney, I like.
Oh, I love his.
He's got to do something to spice it up. I don't know.
And that's why I'm big on Shakur because I just think he has that X factor. He has that it that you can market the shit out of him. I mean, he's a young kid. He's got that big smile. The future is bright for him. I think he has a long, successful road ahead of him that's gonna leave a legacy in boxing. So I think there's no cap on his ceiling. What about the heavyweights, man? What are they talking about as far as Tyson Fury and Joshua? I think they're fighting, right?
Yeah, I don't know if anything's set in stone right now because they're still working on that Wilder thing. But I thought that was the next step for them. They're just trying to figure out how to do it
What's that with what do you mean with Wilder? Getting him out the way?
No, Fury and Wilder fizzled out. So I think they were delaying on that, trying to figure out what. But I don't think Eddie Hearn wants to make a Fury Joshua fight until he can fill up Wembley Stadium.
That's probably true. But fucking Wilder, man, he fizzled out himself. Yeah, he fizzled himself out, man. I mean, he could have recovered. There was so much that he could have done, and it seemed like everything that he could have done wrong, he did after the fight, as far as with his excuses, with his social media post, with his and that's it. So that's why it's important to have the right people in your corner to sort of be, reel you in when you start going off the hinges like that. Because who knows? Maybe it'll work out for him later on.
Always be there. I mean, the heavyweight division isn't that deep right now. I mean, it's deeper than it was 5 years ago, but I mean, he's still going to be the top name, top money earner, so he'll still have a shot at it, I think. But I like the Joshua Fury fight. I think Fury wins that.
Yeah, easily.
Usyk, I think, is too small for the division, but they're going to give him a shot at it. He'll end up getting beat and probably go the distance, but get beat type of scenario, and go back to Wilder at that point and give him another shot.
Well, I am.
So if Wilder fights this year, who does he fight?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who he fights that they're going to be willing to pay him what he wants. That's the thing.
Andy Ruiz?
Not a bad
one.
I'd watch it.
Joyce?
Yeah, Ruiz could pull off that again.
Fucking Ruiz.
I see it. For Wilder, after he's been knocked out and hurt, yeah, I see it.
I don't know. What do you think about Ruiz? Well, Ruiz has been active on social media. He's always, he's showing, his Instagram videos of him training. I don't know. Does he got what he take to get back in the ring and win another title, or did he peak?
He can put on good fights and make money.
Yeah. So he peaked. I think he peaked.
So yeah, he can make some good fights. I don't see him beat any other guys.
He's got to make it happen, though. He can't.
I mean, David Tua. That's the same scenario. Small guy that can hit like hell. Got a shot at the crack of the championship. At least Ruiz won it. Tua got a crack at Lewis, but didn't win. But he could still knock out 99% of the division back then.
Derek is made a comment. If Wilder fights anyone but a stiff, he gets done up. Ruiz, especially slowpoke slaughtered windmill. Well, we'll see, man. We have an exciting year ahead of us. We got a lot of great potential fights. How do
you guys like fighting during COVID though?
It sucks. What about you, Robert?
Yeah, it does, man. It sucks. I don't like it. It sucks. I got used to one way, and then y'all come and change it up on me. I don't like the fighting and COVID thing, man.
Because I'm trying to decide what we're doing next. So.
Oh, you're asking from a
promoter standpoint.
No, listen, we got to fight. Now the burden's not on. The burden is, we hate to say it, but the burden is on the promotion company because you got to find ways to not lose money. It's already tough. It's already tough.
It costs $25,000 more to put the fight on than because of COVID.
Right. So that's the trick. How to put these fights on with minimizing the cut. And so
this is what I want to do. This is what my plan was pre-COVID, and I want to do now. But it was money wise, we got to try to figure out sponsor wise and trying to get venue sites for cheaper. But I mean, I wanted to do 12 fights in the year. I want to have what we call, like, for lack of a better term, our elite shows, and then we have our up-and-comer shows. So you're going to have your brand new under 10 fight kind of guys that are fighting their fights they need to make it. Just ticket seller shows at the Shrine, and then I wanted the other side of that, the other 6 fighter are going to be the elite fighters, like Robert's division, where you're going for the top 15. So these are going to be title fights, getting you ranked, fighting good opponent, not just good opponents, but great opponents, and people that are going to come out and want to see it because they know it's going to be a hell of a show and not just a bust out. That's what I want to put together. We're talking to the Golden Nugget at Lake Charles to get that venue, keep it close to home, but still Louisiana is going to loosen the strings a little bit on what we have to do and kind of lessen those costs a little bit. So that's what I'm trying to put together, trying to put it together with World Star Hip Hop.
Oh, nice.
Because, our show, I mean, I want to put music in there, youth culture, all that type of stuff. So I want to make Next Fight Up a thing that people want to seek out and see and know that what type of shows we're putting on are dope and
for the culture.
Want to see. So, I mean, that's what it is too. I mean, we got to do it for the entertainment purpose too, but we also have to make. Are y'all doing anything to put?
Are y'all doing anything to put them on different streaming platforms, like how you did with the?
I want to keep my. I want to build ours, but I mean, if I can make a deal with World Star Hip Hop, I want to have our own streaming I can put on YouTube or whatever, but place it upon their site.
How without getting into too much detail, how were the pay-per-view sales, or how did that turn out for y'all?
I mean, it was okay. I mean, it
showed to build on.
Yeah, it showed proof of concept. So I think if we were to be able to do it again and really promote it and put it out there and spend a lot more money to get it out there, I think it shows that it would be successful. So at least to pay for itself, that's the ultimate goal. I mean, if we didn't make anything on the shows and broke even, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just I can't do something where we're spending $75,000 and not being able to recoup and have money for the next show.
What do you forecast for 2021 as far as the whole COVID affecting the boxing?
We're not going to be good until July, where I think things are loosened up. I would like just to see a total shutdown where nobody goes anywhere for 2 months and just get it over with. To allow us to get it out. But
I mean, I would too. If we would have talked about this, back in March of last year, that would have been my thought. Close it down for 2 months. But the problem is, motherfuckers don't listen. People don't want to listen. They still want to go out. I mean, you gotta be just be hard headed, man. I just don't get it, And
yeah, so I mean, where we're doing it piecemeal. I mean, to have 600 people in a crowd or whatever it is ain't gonna cut it. So it's just trying to do things. I mean, do I go over to Mississippi where COVID doesn't exist? I mean, we can, but it's a hike. Do we go to Tennessee? I mean, I got calls from Kentucky. Kentucky's not doing anything. They stay 6 feet away from each other. Don't mind wearing a mask. I mean, I don't feel comfortable doing that myself. And I don't want to put my guys in that situation, but if I put a show on with guys over there and try to make it happen, I mean, it wasn't necessarily our game plan. Our game plan was to build up Houston and Texas fighters and help you guys get along. I mean, that was the game plan. So I just don't want to do it just to be able to have something to do. That's
very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true
But
statement.
February, I mean, we have I don't know I think I brought it up to you before, but we're running the Texas Combat Sports Hall of Fame.
Right.
So we're doing our 2020 induction ceremony got postponed until February, I think 28th now. So we're going to do that. I'm planning on doing a fight around that time. We're going to do a virtual marathon or some road work competition. So I want all of Houston to get that app and get out there and do their road work, partnering up with Academy Sports and other local businesses to get prizes and money awards and things like that. So trying to get that out there. So I think February is going to be